Miller's already busted up.
Welcome to Beats, Rhymes, on Parlays, where the stats hit different and every parlay got a beat behind it. Beat behind it. What up, though? It's your boy, Mr. CEO, next to my boy, UFC, Jay in the building. What up, though?
I can't stand the rain. No, I'm just
saying. Man, why you got that light on your face like that? It looks just like the video.
Hey, dog. That's just, hold on.
Man, look
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was looking at my face like Missy Elliott. She's like, I can't stand the rain.
No, What's good, man? It's been a couple weeks, man.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, man. I can't even sit over here and lie to you, man. Last weekend was a little tough. No UFC. It was just real. It was a bland weekend of basketball, or excuse me, a bland weekend. You had All-Star weekend. The game was cool, but the Saturday night was terrible. And then college football basketball, I mean, it's starting to pick up, but we definitely needed some UFC on Valentine's Day. But I'm back, revved up, ready to go. I got my record 21-9. I feel like I should be 23-7. I done lost a couple that I didn't see coming, but you know what? Happens to the best of us. We don't get down. You know, we like Ohio State over here. We just reload.
Okay.
We don't start over. We just reload. We ready to go this week. Let's go get some money.
Yeah, let's go get it. We got fight night coming up. It's the 21st, February 21st, 2026. We hit a show parlay last week too. I know he said he's 21-9, but I actually was listening to my boy Jay, watching him like, okay, I like that. And we put a three-piece together with Souza, Jacoby, and Basharat that hit, and that was at plus 250. Y'all, we're gonna try to do it again. He gonna spit the game. He already got his picks coming up, but I'm gonna listen and see if I can find some game in between. All right, we jumping over to the first match up. We got Carly Judas at minus 800, Juliana Miller at plus 540. Man, you know, always be kind of cautious with these minus 800s now, man. What you got?
This wasn't a minus 800 2 weeks ago. I had a ticket that I jumped on it at minus 800. It's really not enjoyable to pick because, you know, once again, this is combat fighting. Anything can happen, and you're gonna feel real dumb if you lose this because it's high risk, low reward. But looking at the two fighters, man, I don't even know why they matched this up. Carly Judy's is like she's getting better. I'm pretty sure she stopped her last three opponents, bro. Like for a woman, excuse me, that don't sound right. In women's, you don't see women get knocked out like that. Now, I think the reason they matched her up with Juliana Miller is Juliana, she's pretty, but she's tough. So she can take a beating. So she's going to be just walking in the hands and feet. And this match is really going to be about is she going to quit or not? Or get knocked out? Is she going to quit? Is the ref going to stop it? I don't see no way for Miller to be a threat unless she can get her on the ground, but I don't see it happening. I think that's why within a week it's gone from like minus 390 to minus 800. Carly Judy's beats her pretty good, man, and you got to watch out for Carly. She's going to end up there in that top 10 ranking in this weight division, and she's going to be a contender to see. You know, I see a lot of people thinking that she's going to be a future champion. I'm not sold that far, but I see her definitely ending up in the top 5 and possibly headlining a fight night or ended up on some of these pay-per-view cards because she's very exciting. She's an amazing striker, and she's getting better and well-rounded, and they're just giving her – I don't want to call this lady fool, but this is just something to test out her resume. Now they got a tough person in front of her, someone who's not going to fold, so – try to make sure she go 3 rounds, but I honestly think this doesn't even last more than 2.5, to be honest. So, give me a Carly.
We picked in a knockout or submission?
I'm taking the under 2.5.
Okay.
I think she gets stopped, but you know,
either way,
2026. These people ain't taking the knee, bro. I'm seeing people walk out of there with broken jaws, lasting all 5 rounds. So. I'm gonna take under 2.5 because I think Miller's just gonna. I think she's gonna fold, but I just don't know how. But if I had to pick one, I'd say knockout.
Okay, all right. We got Jocelyn Edwards at minus 330 versus Nora Cornoli. I hope I'm saying that right, y'all. Remember these names sometimes be catching me. It ain't the Andersons and the Edwards. Plus at plus 255. What you got?
You said the name you said first is the only one that matters. Jocelyn Edwards.
Okay.
She's pretty well rounded, man. She's coming off a nasty knockout, bro. Like she knocked somebody clean. It was, you know who she knocked out? She knocked out old girl 2 weeks ago that I picked that ended up losing the first fight on the card is on her way out to UFC.
Okay.
Nora is a tough fighter. Her striking isn't as clean. Her grappling and wrestling isn't as clean either. That's why she's such a big underdog. I mean, she's a game fighter. She's a decent athlete, but it's not as clean. Where you see Jocelyn's getting better. Like, she can touch you up. She can take you to the ground. Like, the biggest thing I'm noticing in UFC is when you get up, it's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you got to be able to have a plan B and execute your plan B if plan A ain't working to be a true threat out here. Jocelyn Edwards has a plan B and a plan C, and I think Nora only has plan A, and that's not going to work. So when they get into deep water, I think it's going to be bad. I got Jocelyn Edwards winning by decision.
Okay. All right. I like that one. Honestly, I think I'm going to keep that in the pocket, y'all. Let's keep going. I think I'm going to keep Jocelyn in the pocket. All right. Next, we got Alden Coria at minus 400 versus Louise Gurule. Or is it, what is it, Giroux? I think it's probably
we just gonna call him Luis, man. This is
okay. Luis, plus 305, man. What you feeling on this one?
I'm going with Alden, man. He trained with Joshua Van. UFC dropped the ball, bro. They have a UFC coming up with Josh Van. He took the title, and he was supposed to fight Cop. They were talking junk online, but they don't want them to clash yet because when them two get together, that's where the money's at. Anyway. Long story short, Alden is Josh Van's boy. If you know Josh Van, striker, bro. Violent striker. Just want to beat you up. He mean, he violent. That's just how they raised down there. He's going to be in his home backyard against Luis. I honestly expect him to knock this dude out, bro. We don't even have to do a fight analysis. You know what I mean? They got him fighting at home. It's for a reason. He trained with the champ. I think he's going to be one of them guys that end up in the top 10. He's going to be whooping ass for years to come. Give me the younger guy. I'm going with Alden.
All right. What you think? 0 out of 10, man. What's the chance of knockout?
7.
Okay. I like that,
7.
especially for a knockout. All right. Next, we got John Paul, minus 205 versus Phil Rowe at plus 165. What you like on this one?
Man, this was tough because Phil Rowe, bro, if you look at his measurables, 6'3" in this weight class. So he's going to have like a 5-inch reach advantage. He's going to be tall. He can fight. He can wrestle. He can grapple. He has all the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Last time, I bet money on him. He went out there and got his ass whooped for 3 rounds and looked like he didn't even care, bro. Time before that, he was an underdog. Got his ass whooped for 2 rounds. With about a minute and a half left to go, somehow submitted my man with a guillotine. Just jumped the guillotine.
Damn.
Choked him out. Made him tap. And that's how he got that win. This is how he's been getting down, bro. He's been losing these fights. So he's like 2-3. Honestly, if you look at him, I think one of them was a janky decision. He could be 0-5 in these last 5 fights. So me personally, I can't bet on somebody like shit. I almost saw my money lose with him 2 fights ago when I was just looking like, dog, why did I bet? What is going on? 6'3". If you look at him, you want to bet on him, but I've just seen him really just not just go out there, and then when he loses, he look like he don't care. So I can't. Me personally, this is personal. I can't bet on Phil Rowe, but John Paul over there. His main weapon is a leg kick. Or excuse me, not leg kick, it's a head kick. But Phil Rowe is 6'3" and he's 5'11". So it's going to be hard to head kick my man head. But again, I can't go with Phil Rowe. You know what I mean? You get me. He's really gotten me like 4 times. But I'm only counting the ones he lost. So shame on me. I'm not betting on him again. Give me John Paul, bro. So I hope he kick him in the head. I hope he can reach that high.
Is this similar to when it was a couple fights ago? And it was that one big dude, and I was like, how did that big dude get knocked out? I remember dude quit. He turned around and covered his face, and I was like, that big dude shouldn't have lost like that. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about Derek Lewis?
I think
Is
that
that
was
the
remember
one?
it was big on big, and I'm like, dog, there's no in this world this big dude will get knocked out. Remember you won a knockout on that one, and I was like, dog, how did that big dude get knocked out? Is that Phil Rowe?
No.
No, I'm saying is that similar? I'm saying is that similar to Phil
Yeah,
Rowe? He's like
but
big, and you like he
no,
shouldn't get knocked out, or he don't lose in knockouts.
he shouldn't. Phil Rowe ain't getting knocked out.
Okay.
I don't see that. I think it's gonna be 3 rounds of him getting dragged, bro, and it's gonna be a lack of Phil Rowe effort, bro.
Okay.
You're gonna be sitting there like, bro, you longer than him. Why don't you maintain the distance? Leg kick, you're gonna be telling him what you're gonna be looking at the screen, just yelling at him what he should do. Like he was somebody, but if you were playing a video game, you know how people used to take Rudy Gay because he had that jump shot on Gay and get busy with him. That's how Phil Rowe would be on a video game. You would take him and create all types of problems, but he don't do that. I don't know, man. He's just not a smart, high IQ fighter.
He like an Eric Dampier.
Like who?
Eric Dampier.
Oh, the basketball player?
I used to hate Eric Dampier. He used to always take his place on the floor. He would always get playing time. I'm like, man, why is he on the damn floor, man?
Bro, like
he was the big for no reason.
Phil Rowe for me, I can't go with him. Like, and I just advise people to be careful because when you look at the tail of the tape, you're gonna be really tempted to take him. But I've just seen him do, and I don't want to call it weird stuff, but it just seems like he ain't got the motor for it. It's like that dude they got at Kansas now that they comparing to Kobe Bryant that be checking himself out of basketball games and saying I'm sick, I'm not playing, and they talk about can you draft him #1 overall or not? Like if there's something wrong with your motor, in my opinion, I can't gamble on you. So yeah, I'm going with John Paul, bro.
Another day. Comparing somebody to Kobe Bryant right now is the whole story from another day, man.
Yeah,
we got Osbourne next, +110 versus Idiris at -135. I like to hear your thoughts on these because this one is close.
All right, so here's the thing. Idiris, man, he won and he's coming in. He actually he didn't even win on the contender or whatever, bro. He lost and they brought him in. Then they got him going against Ode Osbourne. And the thing is, Ode Osbourne has a lot of losses, but one thing with Ode Osbourne is he will strike. He a clean striker and he got power in them hands. He gonna hit you, bro. Whereas Idiris or whatever, man, he's more of a wrestler, bro. He want to get you to the ground. He can't stand toe-to-toe with you. Osbourne is not easy to take to the ground. I think it's levels to this. I'm not sure Idiris should even be in the UFC. Give me the striker, bro. I'm going Osbourne. Give me the dog on this one. Now, I'm going to be upfront with you. This is where I'm leaning. I'm not betting on this fight.
Okay.
I might, but I'm going Osbourne, bro. I think he's going to box his head off, bro.
Okay. 50-50 fight, you thinking?
Nah, I don't.
You lean Osbourne 60-40? What you think?
I'm going Osbourne like 70-30 because I think once Idris get hit in his fucking mouth, I think he's gonna be thinking a lot more about them takedowns and shit.
Yeah.
And if he can't get him to the ground, man, this shit might be a wrap by the second round.
Okay.
If he over there taking punishment, bro, it's gonna be bad.
Okay.
And he hasn't fought anybody on the level or some of the levels that Osbourne has fought, bro. So give me the underdog with this one.
Okay. He got me hyped too because I didn't already added him to the parlay, man. He might be on the show parlay. All right, we got Chidi at +105 versus Carlos Leal Miranda at -130. Another poster, man.
Bro, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. It's the same thing, but here's the difference here, man. Like Chidi's older, but he's longer and he's a violent striker. Carlos just got knocked out, and I don't like picking guys to come back and win after they've been knocked out because you don't know what version of that person is coming back. This is really a 50-50 fight. The old Carlos, hey, he was out here, you know what I'm saying? He'll walk you down, slug it out with you, and he's going to sit there and strike. I don't know if he's going to be that way after, you know what I'm saying? Once you wake up one time, like, what happened? Oh, shoot. And you have headaches in the middle of the night. I don't know how dangerous you are anymore. We know with Chidi, he be over there, bro. He done fought some talent. He done lost to some talent. He's got a lot of experience in the ring. I want to think he like 35-11. And the one thing we know, he gonna put his paws on you. So for the value at +100, give me Chidi, bro.
Okay. All right.
Give me the striker, bro. The striker who ain't been knocked out. Give me that striker.
All right, so we got 50-50, 60-40. What we got? 65.
I got this one's more 50-50, bro.
Okay.
This ain't like the other one. Like,
okay.
Carlos is a real deal. It's just me guessing. I don't know how he gonna be when he come out of, fighters change after they get knocked out. We see that shit all. Remember Roy?
Yeah.
Never the same fighter once he got knocked out by Charles.
You're right. All right, we're going to jump on to Zach Reese. He in the Twilight Zone for the third time in a row. We got Zach Reese at plus 130 versus Michael Pereira at minus 160.
Give me the dog. And I'm going Zach Reese, man. He the younger man, taller, longer. Pereira is out here. Michel Pereira is out here. He done lost his last 5 fights. He's on a 5-fight losing streak, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I can't get behind that. I know he's fought better competition, but I don't even know what you're doing at this point. So, and then they put you in with the bigger, longer man, and you have not looked impressive in your last few fights.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like he a big underdog. He got
so
the
my question to you. Huh? My question to you on the opposite angle: why do you think Vegas got him favored at minus 160?
Because he's fought better competition.
Okay.
More ring experience.
From the schedule.
Yeah, and the thing is, to be truthful on the feet, he should be. I would expect him to be a little bit better than Zach Reese, but I think Zach Reese is going to be able to take him to the mat.
Okay.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to be able to strike with him, and I think he's going to be able to take him to the mat. And I honestly, when you're on a 5-fight losing streak, bro, I think you're desperate, so you're going to be trying shit that you can get out of your comfort zone, and that leaves you vulnerable to get hurt. So give me Zach Reese as a dog here, and then on the tail of the tape, all the advantages for Zach: age, length, height. You know what I'm saying? Stress, weight.
Okay.
This is weird to me, man. I think this is free money. Now, don't get it twisted, man. I would not put all 3 underdogs on the same parlay. I think that's crazy.
Okay.
But like, if you're doing one-on-one bets, you know what I'm saying? I take any of these dogs, but I like this one the best, bro. 5 losses.
You had one dude at 70%.
Mm-hmm.
So you like this the best. So you got this with 75?
72.
Okay. So I'm not putting I'm adding these up because I'm not gonna put the one dude you said 50-50, but let me find what we got. Zach Reese. All right, I'm adding these up, man. I might not drop them all on y'all, but believe me, I'm adding these up. All right, we jumping on. We got Ante, I don't know, versus Spivac at plus 110, minus 135 for your boy Delija. What you got on this one?
Heavyweight bout, bro. I don't expect this to go past the first round, to be honest with you. Spivac is the guy. Last time we seen him, you know who beat him? Who got on top of him and laid him out and pounded him out? Pause. What's my man's name? Last week, 2 weeks ago, Jordan, whatever his name was, that big muscular dude who went in there and lost that fat dude who looked like he owned a bakery, and then the UFC cut him.
Oh, they cut him?
Oh, yeah, they cut him for that performance. He was the number 6 ranked heavyweight, and they cut him.
Okay. I think that's the dude I was talking about. I think that's the exact dude I was talking about. The dude you talking about. The big dude.
They cut him, bro.
Yeah.
Jordan Almeida.
Yeah.
Jordan Almeida. That's who they cut him, bro. He beat Spivac.
Okay.
I expect Ante to go in there and knock his head off, bro. I honestly, if I was on FanDuel, I'd probably look for first round knockout. I think he's gonna rock this
man. Jay aggressive,
bad.
Man, y'all, when Jay aggressive, make sure y'all go to FanDuel right now and pick this one. When he get aggressive on these knockouts, they end up in knockouts.
I think it's gonna be one of them, like, the kids can't be in the room. They're gonna look up and be like, "Oh, daddy, what?" Like, I think it's like that. I expect him to knock his head off, bro. That's not a good look. Having losses to Almeida going up against these heavyweights, and you can even see this guy. He's not a fat, sloppy heavyweight, bro. This is one of them in-shape heavyweights. I expect him to knock this dude clean out, bro. And you can see the odds are starting to change. You better jump on that now. And then when they heavyweights, if you see the UFC now, that's what they was talking about. Like, they don't, they do the drug testing and shit. So these guys now aren't in shape like how Brock and all them was back in the day. These guys can't do 3 rounds. So when it's a heavyweight fight, 90% of the time is going under 1.5 rounds. Okay. You got one dude swinging, you got one dude who want to wrestle. Like, he want to wrestle. Okay. Like, bro, he get knocked out.
Okay. Where my dogs at? Sound like DMX and his boy. Yeah, man. When UFC Jay sound like DMX, make sure y'all put that bet in, man. All right, we're gonna jump on to. We're gonna go with the last name this time. We're gonna go with Costa at -215. We're gonna go with versus Dan the man at +175. This one ain't as close as the last two was, but for a UFC fight, this is actually close.
It is close because Dan has been doing this for a while, man. He's been ranked in the top 15 for a while, and it looked like he's starting to age out a little bit. You see him starting to do commentary and interviews, and you see him kind of groom up. I think he's getting his money together, grooming up to get ready to sit behind that desk there, man.
Okay.
I think his time has come because he lost to Pitbull last time out, and that was a weird loss. And I can't go with Dan, especially when I've been watching this dude Costa. He's just been taking any and every fight. He's supposed to lose all these fights, and he's winning. Last fight, he knocked my man clean out. I'm like, damn. Weird looking pale dude with like a birthmark on him. He don't look like he can fight, but he's younger, he longer, and he can do it all. Like the fight before that I saw, he just kept it on the ground. So Dan ain't gonna want to go on the ground, so he gonna want to stand and strike. Costa's longer and probably at this point in his career the better striker. It's levels to this. Dan is ranked, and I've seen him do some good stuff, but it just looked like he's transitioning into that next part of his career. And Costa looked like he's in his prime. I'm taking Costa, bro. I don't think he's gonna knock Dan out. I think this is going 3 rounds, but I would expect me personally a clean sweep.
All right, for sure. All right, next we got Geoffrey Neal at -215 versus Medić at +175. Similar, if not the same odds we just saw. What you think about this one?
Man, all of Medic's fights have ended in the KO. That's what him either KO knocking somebody out or him getting knocked out. So this ain't going on. This ain't gonna last. This ain't gonna last. He fighting a black dude named Geoffrey Neal. His nickname is Hands of Steel.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you decide how you think this is gonna go.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm betting the under.
That's
the
not
guy
bad.
who always get 100% of his fights end up with somebody getting knocked out, rather it's him or his opponent.
That's crazy.
Hey, bro. hey,
that's
dog.
Sick, man.
Hey, I ain't got nothing for this one, man. Give me Geoffrey Neal, bro. Okay. I expect Medić to come out there swinging, and I think that's gonna piss Neal off. He's gonna be swinging, and I think he find his chin, bro.
So both of them,
Medić is gonna need a Medić.
Okay, so he either get knocked out or knocked out, but you thinking this is the round? This is the match he get knocked out. This one,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because he knocked out. So basically, man, how his fighting, if you look at his fight history, when he fights somebody that when it's time for him to take a step up in competition, that's usually get knocked out. But if you put like the people who come up from regionals, the guys who've been kind of floating around, Medić is knocking them out, bro.
Okay.
But don't get it twisted, because Geoffrey Neal had a chance to move up high in the rankings, and he got beat up pretty bad too. But I can't see him losing the Uroš, bro. He gonna come out swinging wild. If you don't get him up out of there, he's gonna be tired by midway through the round 2, and then Hands of Steel gonna be landing on him. It's just Geoffrey Neal.
All right, for sure. All right, now, man, we got the main event, which I ain't gonna lie, man, I don't know UFC like that. So a couple of weeks ago, man, I got a parlay going. It's the 3rd round. I'm cashing out, thinking the fight about to be over, and I had hit up Jay like, man, I'm out of here. He about to lose. He's like 2 more. I'm like 2 more rounds. So that's as much as I know, man. I'm like, he like, man, the final fight, 5 rounds. I just found out. That's why he the pro, man. What you think about this one? We got Hernandez versus Hernandez at -265 versus Sean Strickland at +210. Like I said, these odds in football not real close because this is like a 7.5 point spread. But when you look at these UFC spreads and numbers, this is actually a close fight when they 200 versus 200. What you think about this one?
Man, Sean Strickland is a name. And he could beat up a lot of people in the UFC. You know what I mean? He got that win over Izzy. He talked a lot of shit. I don't know if you heard what he said about that Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, what's her name? Carano fight. He said, unless they fight naked, nobody care. Even though it's on Netflix. He was like, if they put baby on him, he's a soundbite machine, man.
Okay.
If you watch him, like now in his career, he's got the tank to go 5 rounds, but he's not knocking anybody out anymore.
Okay.
And he has a wild style. He's not taking it to the ground. He's hard to take to the ground. He want to stand there and just kind of strike with you, but it's not always high volume. It's a different style, whereas Anthony Hernandez is more of a pit bull, bro. He's going to smother you. He's going to be all on you. He's going to make you trade. He's going to take you down. He's going to do a lot of stuff, to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think at this point in his career, Sean Strickland, I don't know, is he just going to try to outpoint him for 5 rounds? That's going to be hard with a guy that's going to be trying to do everything to you. The way I see this playing out is, I think eventually Anthony Hernandez wears him down about round 4, finds a way to get him to that mat, spreads him out, and then starts finding the submission. I mean, there's levels to it, and when they both top five fighters in their division.
Okay.
There's only one way to go for one guy, and there's one way to go for the other guy. I think Sean Strickland at this point is more of a machine. Like, don't get it twisted. No bums is coming in there doing anything to him. Nobody can. Yeah. And I don't think Sean Strickland don't get knocked out either. So I don't think it could be a knockout. But I do think Hernandez is going to submit him. And then all this junk Sean Strickland talking. He said something about ice. Because he white and he's just adding fuel to the fire, and I think Fluffy gonna get to him. I think it's gonna be a slow start though, but I think he gets him up out of there. I think Sean Strickland has seen better days, because I can't forget who's the last person I seen Sean Strickland fight. Was it Driscus? Driscus beat him up real good too, like real good, like you know what I'm saying, like broke his nose, like, and this guy got a motor, bro. So, and he angry and he ain't reached the pinnacle yet, so I got Anthony Hernandez pretty much having his way with Sean Strickland, bro. I expect him to win 4 rounds to 1.
Okay, and that's the final fight. That's the main event. We got UFC J Parlay. What you got?
Man, like I told y'all before, I'm doing that Miller Judice under 2.5 rounds, because like now at this point you can't get good value on it. She's on like a 3 stop. She's stopped her last 3 fighters. So I like that. Give me Judice to stop it again. I'm taking Zach Reese. I already told y'all, underdog. I don't like the guy he fighting. I think Michel is on a 5-game losing streak. I can't trust a guy like that. Neal versus Medić under 1.5. You already know. I already told you. One guy's name is Hands of Steel. The other guy has 100% knockout rate, even if it's him getting knocked out. So I got to go Ante Denala. I mean, he fighting the guy that lost to probably the sorriest heavyweight I ever seen. And the messed up part is that sorry heavyweight was built like Mike Tyson. And he got cut from UFC.
Okay.
He beat the guy that Ante or Anti, whatever his name is about to fight. So I just off of that, I got to take him. So that's my parlay, man. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a little risky because I'm taking an underdog, but you know what? I think Pereira. I think that's free money, man.
Okay. All right. So, man, on this one, so I want you to point to the 3 you like the most on this one. Jocelyn Edwards, Osbourne, Reese, Ante, and Geoffrey. What's the 3 you like the best out of those 3?
Geoffrey, Ante, Edwards.
That is money, y'all. He actually picked the exact 3 that I had. So we got the CEO short parlay again. This one is plus 232. And I asked you that because I knew the 3 I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking he was going to pick like the other 2 and I was going to decide. You picked the exact 3 I had in my head. The exact 3. So yeah, that's plus 230. That is plus 232, y'all. We're going to go back over that. We got Edwards money line. We got Ante money line. And we got Geoffrey Neal money line at plus 232. The CEO live show parlay from UFC J. Make sure y'all check us out again. Sorry we didn't get to y'all. We normally had us up by Wednesday for y'all. We had some personal stuff that was going on. We back at it next week. We're going to keep going. We still working on some college football stuff from y'all. We got to get in the weeds some more. We're going to have some fantastic UFC. I'm telling y'all. What you got, man?
Nothing, man. Yeah, sorry. You know, it's always every Tuesday, man. And Yeah.
No, Wednesday. We drop it Wednesday. We drop it Wednesday.
Drop it Wednesday. My bad.
Yeah, we recorded Tuesday, which y'all don't see it when we record it, but we drop it on Wednesday.
We appreciate y'all, man, trying to get this to y'all, and I'm looking forward because as we get going, these fights are gonna step up. I know right now the first fight of the year, the first UFC event was like mega, and since then they've been kind of shitting the bed a little bit with some of these matchups, but looking at these next few weeks, they got some matchups coming, and it's about to turn up. Plus, it looked like Netflix is putting the pressure on them with that bullshit Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano fight.
Okay.
Jake Paul need to be shot for that. They need to be shot for that. You know, they actually took it to the UFC first, and Dana and them said, nah, bro, we don't want it. But when it's a free fight, everybody's going to watch, bro. And everybody got Netflix, so it's going to do numbers. But that's also going to put the pressure on UFC, because I know Paramount's going to sit here like, hey, yo, we gave y'all this amount of money. We want these type of numbers, so they're going to start having to make the matchups that they need. Another thing I've been watching, Dana and them got that Zuffa boxing. I don't know if y'all watch that. They don't have the fighters, the elite fighters. You know, we know our Ryan Garcias, our Devin Haney's, Shakur Stevenson's, the Bud Cross. They don't have that. They have a lot of guys that you've seen back in the day, kind of from PBC, trying to get started again. If you just like seeing people get clean KOs, knocked out, bro. Just like I'm talking about knocked out on the ground, like twitching. It's pretty entertaining, bro. And they doing it like how UFC started Zuffa boxing 1, 2, 3. I watched one on Sunday because All-Star game that went off. I turned to it. Every fight was a knockout, bro. Every fight I watched was a knockout. I'm talking about like that. Like you could upload clips to TikTok, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So that's an interesting watch. We also got some boxing. You got Ryan Garcia versus Barrios this weekend. I know Richardson Hutchins is fighting, man. So it's a lot of good stuff for combat sports, bro.
Yeah,
and we got the tournament right around the corner too. So it's good time, bro. We
definitely good time. Like y'all always got to watch out for, and y'all want to always know what we want.
The smoke. We want all that smoke.
Smoke.
Money boys.
Peace.
Pistons for the championship. Pistons.